What is up, my fasting family? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Justin. This is Fasting Philosophy, and in today's video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a reaction to a video somebody made, basically saying that Cole is telling people that they should starve their teenagers into losing weight and that how unhealthy it is. And I was watching this and it was really pissing me off, so I said, you know what, let's do a reaction to this and talk about it, and I'll go through it and kind of like debunk everything he's saying. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get into it. So here we go.
Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video I want to talk about a very disturbing trend.
Very disturbing. It's extremely disturbing. People have been fasting for centuries. This dude knows nothing about fasting, but the fact that teenagers just go without eating, maybe do a little water fasting, it's very disturbing.
Starvation diets for teens as a method to lose weight and get ripped. Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, check.
First of all, starvation is doing extremely low caloric intake. Like a starvation diet would be like 500 calories a day. That's a starvation diet if you want to talk about starvation, because you're bumping up insulin. It's been shown that fasting increases human growth hormone, it preserves muscle, it increases metabolic rate. So I don't know how that constitutes a starvation.
I was perusing a couple of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and one of Every Damn Day Fitness's moderators brought to my attention that the snake diet guy, Cole or whatever his name is.
Okay, snake diet guy, Cole or whatever his name is. First of all, you know his name. You just said it. His name is Cole. You know who Cole is. You know about the snake diet. This guy's made other videos. That's the only reason why I found his channel, is because he's made other videos basically bashing the snake diet, telling everyone how it's a starvation diet. Does this guy look like he's fasted a day in his life? That would be like me coming on here trying to give, advice on people about steroids, or just assuming that this guy takes steroids. He's just assuming the worst. He's never tried the snake diet before. He's also done multiple videos on Cole. He knows who Cole is, but it just seems kind of like he uses Cole to pull traffic to his channel.
Had posted on his wall, Instagram wall, I believe, or Facebook. I don't really know. I didn't look at it too closely, but I did read the post. He was featuring a picture of a 14-year-old that had used a starvation diet to go from a little bit chunky down to a more reasonable body type. And it was extremely disturbing. I mean, I've made videos about the snake diet before. The snake diet, I don't want to, whenever I talk about the snake diet, somebody will come along and tout the benefits of fasting. And, I'm okay with short-term fasting, 1, 2, 3 days or whatever. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with short-term fasting, 1, 2, 3 days, whatever. How do you know that this kid wasn't doing short-term fasting? He could have been doing 48-hour fasts and doing a refeed every 48, and he could have lost that weight that way.
But as a long-term method of weight loss, there are too many things that are inherently bad about this approach. Obviously,
he's never tried it. How would he know?
Crap, that's a big one.
You're going to feel like crap. Your cognitive abilities improve whenever you're fasting. You're actually more focused when fasting.
You're going to lose your focus. You're going to feel weak. You're going to feel dizzy. You're going to feel all kinds of negative side effects.
You will not feel weak. You will not feel dizzy if you're getting in the proper electrolytes. And you're actually more focused because your body is releasing adrenaline. It releases the fight or flight hormone, because when we were cavemen and we hadn't eaten, we would have to be more focused, more alert, and we would have to have the energy in order to go out and find food. So saying that you're going to be dizzy, unfocused, it doesn't make any sense.
And it's going to be extremely difficult for the average individual to function normally.
How does he know?
That's a big issue for many of us with real jobs and real careers. Besides that, there's a number of health risks and health issues that come with starvation. It's
not starvation.
It's just not the way to go. Now, obviously, the biggest issue is that it doesn't course correct bad behavior. The reason why people gain weight, and this is my biggest issue with any fad diet,
it actually does course correct bad behavior by giving up food. We have addiction to food. People have addictions to food. If you can't fast for 24 hours, you have an addiction to food.
Is that it doesn't course correct the core issues that cause the weight gain. When people are gaining fat, It's not because they're eating too mmany potatoes, too many stalks of asparagus, and too many chicken breasts. That's not how it works. When people are getting fat, they have bad habits. They're binge eating, usually binge eating the wrong food.
If you're not eating, you're breaking every bad habit that you have. So how is that not course correcting? If someone's eating McDonald's every day and they do a 48-hour fast, they are technically breaking the bad habit for 48 hours. And what's to say that after they see the progress that comes with an extended fast that they're not going to pick up, no one's going to pick up McDonald's after they've done 48-hour fast. And even if they did, it would be fine because they would have 2 days worth of calories that they could make up in the next meal.
They're taking in a lot of liquid calories. They're abusing their bodies in unhealthy ways, eating a lot of processed foods, a lot of canned foods.
He's making assumptions and he's trying to throw his fears onto his audience.
All kind of crap. So when you do a starvation type of diet,
it's not starvation.
Not only is it foolish, not only is it physically foolish, not only is
the way that we evolved as humans is foolish, according to Mr. Steve Shaw.
It bad for health. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that want to, bark up my tree and call me an idiot for saying that. But you know what? It's idiotic.
That's why he made
foolish,
the video, though. He wants the attention.
But not only is it a bad decision, but it also doesn't address the issues that made someone fat.
It does. It breaks the addictions.
Almost everyone that loses weight gains the weight back over time and more. We know that when people go on diets, a huge
weight gain is from insulin. By fasting, we increase insulin sensitivity.
Majority of individuals not only regain the weight, but they gain more weight back.
What study? What study does he have to prove that?
Because they're looking for a short-term fix. They're looking for a fad diet to correct the issue.
It's not a fad diet. When you adapt a fasting-focused lifestyle, you're living the way that we evolved to live. It's not a fad diet whatsoever.
Issues, and they're not looking for a long-term solution, a new eating lifestyle. Now,
he's also providing does he have any studies to prove this? He's never fasted. He probably knows no one who's ever fasted. What experience does he have to say that people regain the weight right after they end a fast?
Now back to teens and starvation. When a teen comes to me and wants advice about nutrition, obviously I'm not into counseling teens. I'm not going to counsel teens. Beyond this, I'm going to tell them, what are you eating that's wrong? What are you eating that's bad? Processed food, chips, cookies, cakes, all that kind of stuff. I'm never going to advocate that they go under a calorie restriction.
You're right. No one has ever regained weight after they've given up all the bad foods that they've been eating.
For a teen that is still growing and maturing, from the organs to the brain to height, all the systems in the body, calorie restriction is not the way to go. Along the same lines,
it's not calorie
taking
restriction.
That further, starvation in that light is completely foolish. It's completely irresponsible. It is the most idiotic thing a teen could do. When a teen comes to me and wants to lose weight or wants to be healthier, I tell them, don't focus on losing weight. Focus on cleaning up your diet and listening to your diet and eating a healthy amount of food. A teen, more than any of us, because they're still young, needs to learn how to eat and eat healthy. Not just so they can lose a little bit of fat, but so they can live a long, healthy life, so they don't get to 300 pounds by the time they're age 26. And we see kids like this all over the place. So
we see kids all over the place, and obviously this is the information that all the kids are getting. Everyone knows that if you just stop eating the chips and the pizza and you just eat healthy and don't overeat, that you're not going to be obese. But we still have an obesity problem, and that is because that conventional method of thinking, that conventional way of thinking doesn't work. Otherwise, everyone would just put down all the bad food that they're eating. They'll add in more fruits and vegetables into their diet, and they'll eat the right amount, and then they'll lose all the weight, right?
A guy, Cole. And you know what? If an adult wants to go out and starve the weight off, you know what? That's their decision. They can do whatever the heck they want, even though it's one of the worst ways to lose weight.
One of the worst ways to lose weight. This guy does look super lean, so I'm pretty sure he knows a lot about the right way to lose the weight. If you went to this guy and you said, I want to lose some weight, he would probably tell you that calorie restriction is the way to go. Calorie restriction is not the way to go because calories are not the problem. Insulin is the problem. Look, no offense to this guy, but him bashing the snake diet, there's just no need for it. You know, if you don't believe in it, that's fine, but you don't need to push your fears onto other people. If that's what that kid did to lose the weight and it worked and he's healthier as a result, then the problem is that his way of thinking has been put into question and he feels as though he needs to defend his perspective that he's always had instead of being open to other possibilities and other ways of, being. He's never tried fasting. He probably doesn't know anyone who's ever tried fasting. So, of course, he's scared about it and he's going to try to push that onto everyone else. So, I don't know what to say, man. This guy he seems like a good guy, and obviously, he's got a lot of muscle, but I don't know, man. Just him pushing his fears on other people, I don't like that, and I don't agree with anything that he said in this video. It wasn't backed by any science whatsoever. No studies were quoted, so it's really not valid. I feel like he just posted this video just so that way he could, pull some attention off of Cole's name, because he's done that in the past. He puts up a title saying that Cole's starvation diet is doing this or that, and it gets probably more views than any of his other videos. So, I think this guy needs to educate himself, and I think that he really needs to stay out of, making videos about Cole. I just want to make a video because this is just bad information. He's spreading bad information. He thinks that he's doing the right thing and that he's bringing awareness to something that's terrible and, it's a fad. Dude, people have been fasting for forever. People have been fasting for forever. So anyway, my name is Justin. This is Fasting Philosophy. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the comment section and let me know what is up. I will catch you guys in the next video. And until then, stay fasted, my friends.